I didn't have that drive, I didn't have that edge like I used to.
We back! Sorry, how are we?
Come and show them your labubus. Moments like that make me so proud as an older brother. Not many people in the world have the opportunity to work towards their goals, even if they wanted to. Good morning. Oats for breakfast. Admittedly, I have not been vlogging over the last couple of days. I've missed a couple of days. Initially, when I started this thing, I thought that it was quite literally going to be like an everyday thing, but I realized that it's just not sustainable. Like there are going to be days where I miss things or I miss recording. It is very tiring to bring the camera around with you all day, every day. Like I don't know how like people who vlog do this for a living, because it's actually very, very hard. And whilst you're trying to do this, you're obviously trying to put the camera in different angles. I want the videos to be actually nice to watch to some degree as well, you know, but it is very tiring. But I am committed to continuing this. I guess like I've realized that there will be days where I miss. So I'm just gonna recap the last couple of days, because the reason why I missed the last couple of days is because it has been quite eventful. I guess a couple of main things that I want to update on. First thing is realizing that over the last 6 months, subconsciously, whether I realized it or not, I was actually in a position where I was quite comfortable and I was quite content. And I didn't have that drive, I didn't have that edge like I used to. Over these last 6 months, I've been beating myself up every single day because I'm like, you know, why aren't you as driven? Why aren't you as relentless as you were when you first started? And I guess like jumping on a call with my mindset coach last week, he kind of reinforced that you go through different seasons of your life, right? You go through seasons of growth, and contrasting that, you will also go through seasons where you should give yourself the permission to have fun and to have a bit of a break. Over the last 6 months, I should have just given myself the permission to actually have a break, as opposed to like beating myself up every single day because I wasn't working as hard as I wanted to. So I guess lesson learned, right? Like next time where, like let's say I go through another season of growth and I do want to take a bit of a break, I'm just going to give myself the permission to take a break and not feel bad about it. But I think that season is over, because now I am in a season where I do want to get to the next level. I am going to get to the next level. Like it's so crazy because over the last 5 days, I've literally brought on 5 new team members. And I think now I'm starting to feel the pressure, and I'm actually starting to develop a new sense of purpose, because every single person that I've brought on, I actually believe in them so much, and I do want to give them an opportunity. Like, of course, I want to help people transform in terms of like health and fitness, but I think seeing my own team members and seeing my I don't like to call them staff, but I'm going to use the word staff for lack of a better word. Like seeing them grow every single day and seeing them be able to have more opportunity is like, it's an incredible feeling, you know. Like I want to be able to grow the team, I want to be able to build a culture, I want to be able to pay them more, and I want to build an environment where every single person can show up to work, not just work for a paycheck, but also have a space where they can develop themselves and be amongst people who are also driven and want to improve themselves as well. So off the back of that, I actually reconnected with my very first mentor. He actually reached out to me and we jumped on a call. We were just catching up, and I'm actually really grateful for him. His name is Adam. Adam has gotten me to where I am today. And I think when I joined his mentorship, I climbed not to the top. I wasn't the top, right? But I was in the top kind of like percentage of people. At that time, I think I was quite immature. And I thought that I had gotten everything that I needed out of the mentorship and out of Adam. So I decided to like go and look towards other mentorships. But I realized now what I was doing was just falling into shiny object syndrome. I was looking for the next like shiny object, when in reality, I should have just doubled down. I should have just stayed consistent. I should have just continued doing the simple things that were helping me grow. Although the growth wasn't extremely fast, it was growth. Yeah, we reconnected and I decided to go back to working with him. Working with him and the mentorship, like, they keep me grounded to the simple things. It's not really all of these flashy tactics that are gonna make you like quick money, but it's more like doing the simple things, doing it well, doing it consistently. And I think having that there is going to ground me and just make sure that I'm not getting distracted. And then I had a cousin's reunion, so it was really nice. You know, when I was younger, we would always like hang out at my grandma's house, and naturally, like when you're younger, you love playing with your cousins, and I would sleep over and stuff like that. And I think as we've grown older, we've just drifted apart. Some of my older cousins, like they have kids now, which is crazy. Some of them are getting married, and I guess like there's another bunch of them that are in university now, and kind of obviously I'm doing my thing. So we naturally like drift apart. So we organized like a cousins catch up, like we got together, and it was just really nice to like play some games, mess around, joke around, and just talk. It actually really nice. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it in terms of like the main things that has happened over the last couple of days. What's on the agenda today? So
We back. Sorry. How are we? This is before the haircut, and this is after the haircut. Come and show them your labubus. What?
This is the Labubu's version 3 Big Into Energy.
And this is like the new edition one.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Yeah, literally, she called me like 30 minutes ago, and she was like, "Can you please buy me labubus?" And I just transferred her money for it just now. But I act like that, but honestly, like moments like that make me so proud as an older brother. Like actually, like me talking about it, like I kind of like low key get emotional because I'm so grateful that I'm in the position where I can do that, for my family. She's 16, I think, this year. I'm glad to be able to be an older brother that she admires and she respects and she can lean on and call me anytime and ask me to buy her something, and I'll buy it for her. Like if she needs something, like, financially, I've got it. And even like with problems, like personal problems with her friends and stuff and dramas that you naturally go through when you're in high school, like I try my best to give her advice. I'm just like grateful to be in the position where I can do that. And a lot of what I do is, it's not for her, but she's a big reason. I want her to have a good role model in her life. And yeah, I just wrapped up at the gym. I had a meeting with one of my coaches, and I think I'm coming down with like the flu. I think I'm coming down with the flu or like hay fever. A heavy leg day session definitely doesn't help. It was like it was like a 2 hour leg day session, and now I'm like, my brain is so fried. I need to eat dinner and then go to sleep. But today was a really, really long day. It's been back to back, but like this is where I thrive, right? Like as I mentioned this morning, in the last 6 months, I've taken my foot off the gas. I just haven't pushed as hard. And even though now I'm kind of slowly transitioning back into like long days, back-to-back meetings, I'm stressed, and there is a part of this chaos that feels so nice. One of my clients asked me this the other day. She works as one of the directors at Optus, actually. And she was kind of asking me about, like, I feel like I wake up and I'm dreading work, and I have to go to work, and I'm in back-to-back meetings, and I have to deal with all of these escalations, and how do I stop being so stressed? Like I dread work every single day. And I just told her, how many people in the world would die to be in your position? Like you have an amazing house, you work, as a director at Optus, you have a team, like you get to run meetings, how many people would dream to be in your position, And I think a lot of the times we just have to remind ourselves that pressure is a privilege, and being able to like work towards your goals, like that's a privilege, Not many people in the world have the opportunity to work towards their goals, even if they wanted to. Like, granted, yes, some people are lazy, they don't do the work, but some people literally just put in circumstances where they don't really have the opportunity, even if they wanted to. So I think, like, for me, I'm extremely grateful that I'm in this position. And at the end of the day, if I was to lose everything tomorrow, I would have a roof over my head, I have my family, I'd have my dog, like, I'm good. I'm good. So I just remind myself that everything that I go through on a daily basis, all the stress, all the meetings, all the escalations, all the problems, like I chose this and I'm not going to complain. I don't say this to be like, to try to be motivational. I say that because I've realized that, You know, when I first started this business, and when you first start working towards any goal, you put yourself in this box where you feel sorry for yourself and you think that you're a victim, and you like, you know, you complain and you whinge. And but at the end of the day, understand that if you're working towards a goal, you chose to work towards that goal. No one is forcing you to better your life and build a better version of you. Like, you chose to do that yourself. So appreciate every single moment and just remind yourself that there is someone out there that would die to be in your shoes. But yeah, that's I think that's enough of the motivational talks. Oh my God, this freaking flu is making me go nuts. I'm gonna go make dinner and then I am going to go to bed.